Welcome back to another episode of Bromance. I'm Ryan, and today we had on Jeans. It was pretty much a general interview with Jeans. He's a newer dodgeball player, so I want to get him some spotlight. That's it. I hope you guys enjoy. Welcome back to another episode of Bromance. I'm Ryan, and today, live from a basement, maybe someone's van, with Jeans. Jeans, how we doing, baby?
Not too bad. Not kidnapped either.
You're
I
not
think
kidnapped?
we'll find out eventually.
Blink if you're safe. How's it going? How's your Sunday?
Sunday's been smooth. Errands, homework, anime, the usual.
Okay. Yeah, I got Twisted Friday night, Twisted Saturday night. Had a fire last night. It was pretty good. And then went to my parents' house today, spent some family time. My grandpa came over, so overall good day.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yep. Um, man, do we want to talk about any other sports before we talk about dodgeball?
My Jets did something, even though it's preseason. Jets did something for the first time in like 20 years, it feels like.
What do they do?
They just won a preseason game. I'll take that. That's a
Oh
big.
shit.
We won something, bro. It doesn't matter what it was.
Wow. How many games do the Jets win this year?
Six.
Six? Do they draft a quarterback again?
Probably, and then ruin his career in the first season and a half.
I feel bad for Jets fans, just kind of like how, the Browns were a joke of a franchise for 20 years. I want them to be good, but it's also kind of funny that they're not.
We always have the right pieces. We just can't execute. It sucks. But like specifically this season, we need to do something because Brady just got a statue and he said it's whatever it was. He says, I can't quote him directly, but something along the lines of it's the Jet statue too, so we can throw the beer at it. And I'm just like, can't you just retire and leave us in peace?
Man, he's a Jets killer.
He's great. Can't knock him for that. He is great, but whatever.
He's a goat.
He's all right, I guess.
Speaking of the statue, thoughts on the statue?
All right. It's cool, I guess. It's nothing like wow. It didn't wow me. It was just like where it was supposed to be. I honestly felt like it could have been a little better. The man has X amount of rings. He has records all over the place. He was the face of the NFL for like a decade. So like I feel like it could have been a wee bit better.
I thought it was pretty good. The shoulder pads looked like they were like a little too big, like his upper half. But I mean, honestly, they could have literally just made a statue of a goat.
Facts. I mean, yeah, true. At least give
Which
him a crown. How many rings does he have now? Six, seven, or did he have, or does he have?
I think seven.
Right. It's just I don't know. Make the seven like pop. That's not something everyone can say, especially in football.
When Jalen Brunson retires in 15 years, they need to make a statue outside of MSG, and it's just going to be a goat.
I mean, I like the Knicks. I can't say I don't. I really do enjoy watching the Knicks. It's been fun. This season coming up. I don't see why they can't win one in the next year or three.
Their window is right now, man. I mean, the East is wide open. You got the Celtics that are hurt, Pacers that are hurt. You got the Bucks that don't really. I mean, what they cut Damian Lillard, stretched his
They have
contract
nothing.
out the next 4 years. They signed Miles Turner. Like, I'm not saying they won't be good, but I don't think they're going to win the East.
Being good isn't enough to win. You got to be great, at least
Yeah.
cohesively.
I think the top three teams in the East this year is going to be the Cavs, the Knicks, and the Magic, and maybe the Sixers. But I feel like every year they should be there, but they're not.
Yeah, they've been trusting the process for too long. They don't get there. I'm gonna agree with you. I was really disappointed in the Cavs. I had them going at least to the finals. I guess I was wrong. Um, it looked like they had all the pieces they needed from the 1 through 5 to get things going, and they just couldn't execute either. Completely fell apart. And they were injured too I believe, for most of the part. They were never on the court at the same time.
You're saying the Cavs?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got hurt. I think it was like game two and game three. Halliburton had that crazy buzzer beater.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, and then last sport if we want to talk about. Do you watch baseball at all?
I try to keep up with it. What's up? What's your team?
I'm a Yankees fan.
I'm a Mets fan, not too far off.
Okay, I'm in the boat right now where I know that even if they make the playoffs, that they're going to get embarrassed. Like they got embarrassed last year. Like they made the World Series, got embarrassed. They had Verdugo and Rizzo in the starting lineup. Those guys literally aren't not even on a team right now. They're both free agents. Boone is a joke. I kind of want them to miss the playoffs, and I want him to get fired because he fucking sucks.
I I want to say the same about the Mets. Our issue is we have all the firepower in our lineup. And like today, for example, we're up 4-0 in like the third. Like 3 innings later, it's what we lose 7-6, 6-8, and that's just been like our mantra: go up early and lose in the end for like the last 3 or 4 weeks. I could be wrong, but it sucks being a Mets fan. It's just as bad as being a Jets fan.
Yeah, it's your pitching, honestly. And it's funny because the Mets for, I don't know, like 7 or 8 years, their pitching was phenomenal. Like DeGrom would give up like literally one run and they would lose 1-0. So their pitching was never the issue, it was always their hitting. And now it just flipped.
Yeah, we have most of our pitching, comes straight from our farm league, and then we raised them. They become phenomenal. We've had DeGrom, we had Zach Wheeler, we've had I can't think of these other two guys' name.
No
I call him
Syndergaard.
Thor, Syndergaard. We have all those guys who came straight from where we plucked them from. But now it's like, okay, we're gonna sign this guy, we're gonna sign this guy, which is the right mentality to have. If you want to win, you got to sign big. But none of them are performing as we thought they would, like Chaminade, Block,
Montas,
yeah, all those
Clay
dudes.
Holmes.
Holmes has been atrocious. My God, every time he steps on the field, I'm like, oh my God. I went to go see Tyler McGill, and I'm like, we're either gonna get shit McGill or we're gonna get great McGill. There is no in between.
Clay Holmes last year is this year's Devin Williams.
Yeah, yeah.
That's frustrating, but I'm ready for football season, and then basketball is like a month and a half away too. So hey, college football starts in like 2 weeks.
That's the one thing I never got into college. It's great and all, but like it's so hard to keep up with considering there's so many changes. Like they're there for 3 or 4
Oh,
years.
Jeans, you're a betting man. I'm shocked. I'm shocked, dude. College football is fucking awesome, and it's awesome to bet
Don't
on
get it.
too.
It's so fun to watch. I'm not, but to keep up with it, it's just nah. I can't keep up with all that.
I I probably got into it about like 10ish years ago, and every year I just progressively get harder and harder into it.
Yeah.
And I think like, man, I mean, if you could just literally watch college football all Saturday night, or I'm sorry, all day Saturday, and then go into NFL Sunday and just watch Red Zone all day, there is no better feeling.
I want to get into it. I might this season. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
I don't even
You
know where to start. There's so many
you get
teams.
into college football, and then you can start to get into the MACtion, which is also like college football, but it'll be like Akron versus like the Miami of Ohio on like a Tuesday night in like 14-degree weather, and the score is like something crazy. It's like 29-5, and you're like, bro, how?
Five is crazy.
uh, if you watch college football and you're watching this right now, you know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, but let's get into some dodgeball. How was Dallas?
That was just fun. I definitely enjoyed it a lot. It was something that definitely marked my shift in play style and playing in general. Like everyone there is great. Obviously, you have great teams like Outsiders, you have Flight, you have Shred, you have all these great teams that have been playing for decades, probably, or in the last 10 years, really. So to be able to compete, you just have to like keep up with them. You have to level up on the spot. You can't think. You have to just move and react. If not, you're gonna get pummeled out there in the first throw. Um, so yeah, I learned a lot. I feel like I learned a lot in real time. Marcus is a great captain. He's very positive. He's very lighthearted. And he really teaches you like on the fly. Like he's facing like two balls coming at him and he still sees what you're doing and how you're moving and he's correcting you. I'm like, bro, how are you dodging two balls, ball blocking, and still like watching me from the sideline? I mean, still watching from the corner of your eye. I found that amazing. Also
While
shout out to Brian.
breakdancing.
Wow, wow, break dancing. little dance moves out there. Shout out to Bad for being like right next to me at all times, being like, bro, do this, do this, do this, do this. You know, he's been playing with precision for a while too. So he was a nice little voice to have in my ear at all times. Shout out Ben. Uh, but yeah, it was great. It was great to play against Hashi and Shota. You know, you hear about them all the time, and I wonder what it'd be like. And yeah, it was it
You,
just was.
you found out.
It was.
You fucked around and you found out.
It was fun though. I mean, like it was probably one of my more fun moments out of the whole thing. You know, there's moments where you get two or three catches, and I think Outsiders was where I was like Outsiders and Anarchy, but Anarchy was a whole different story and reasoning. It was cloth, and I was like, holy crap, these guys throw hard.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, so you know, it was all over the place. I learned a lot. I was intimidated at moments. I was challenged. I just feelings were everywhere that day.
It's awesome
So
here, honestly, just because I mean you've been playing in Nutmeg for what, 2.5-ish years?
I think so. A year and a half, two. I don't remember anymore. It's been a while. So
Around there. So you started in Nutmeg, and then you've been going to like semi-pro and like some of the more local-ish New England tournaments, and
mhm.
now you get your feet wet and you go out to a USA round. So you could take whatever you learned, 2 weekends ago playing in Dallas, bring it back to Nutmeg, try a bunch of shit, and now you play in all these smaller tournaments, and you're like, dude, this ain't nothing compared to like that one USA round I played.
Yeah. You know, you get one thing I will say about Nutmeg is like we have a bunch of great players, but we don't have any of those scary arms that if you blink the ball's already at your forehead. And I think it was I think I played against Fernald at one point, and I look to the left and look back, and the ball's already like right here, and I'm like, "Holy crap! How do I even react to this?"
Yeah. No, I mean, I totally agree. Yeah, we have some harder throwers in Nutmeg, but we don't have anyone consistently other than Allen throwing over, I don't know, 72, 73 miles an hour.
Yeah,
But I mean,
Alan, learn how to throw. Get a better form, my guy. You'd be great.
but yeah, I mean, these USA players are just insane.
No, seriously, yeah. Um, so yeah, there's a lot we can get into, but that's the gist of it. Like, it was just a good experience. I won't turtle, as Marcus calls it, from here on out.
What's Sterling?
Uh, Just want to get in a little form, and I hope to block the ball in this little like strike zone area.
Hmm.
But again, with people like Zach Fernald, it's like, oh yeah, the ball's gonna be right here, and then like 1 second later, it just like drops on you, and you're like, holy crap, you can't react to that. You just have to stay mobile. Well, I can't
Yeah.
react to it, you know.
Yeah, and it's still 70 plus miles an hour. It's not like someone throwing a curveball that drops like 10, 15 miles an hour. No, it's still hard as fuck. But let's get into some questions. So we'll go from questions from me, then we'll go questions from the people, and then you have two questions that you want to ask me. So we'll do that at the end. Sound good?
Cool. Yeah, there.
All right. Do you have any hobbies other than dodgeball?
No, I'm a boring guy. No, I'm kidding. As you said, you know, I'm a gambler. I try not to be. Lately, I can't because you know, been to Texas. But it's one of my. I don't want to call it just gambling. No, I like data. I like reading. I like all the articles. I like seeing like where things are going in every sport except collegiate sports. Um, and aside from that, I'm a softie. I like poetry, believe it or not. There's
Ladies, man.
love you, babe. Um, so there's that. I like to write music. You'll never hear anything of my music. You might hear me singing here and there. I don't mind it. I like singing. The junk's fun. Um, Beatboxing is another thing I used to take very seriously. They have like the world tournament and all that, and like Europe and all that. When I was ninth, 10th grade, I wanted to go out there and compete. They have like local competitions in New York. But I stopped doing that like 6, 7 years ago. So yeah, that's a bit of me.
Okay, okay. How did you get into dodgeball?
So I had a friend in college called Jenna, and she hits me up out of the blue and she goes, "Hey, I started playing dodgeball." This was back for Spark dodgeball. And I'm like, "Oh,
Boo, tomato, tomato, tomato.
um, so she's like, hey, you want to play dodgeball?" I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, sounds fun. Sounds great. You know, I get there and I'm like, dodgeball. I should be able to throw a few balls, dodge a few, not the end of the world. Should be easy. I get there and for the most part, our team didn't dominate or whatever, but uh, there's levels to dodgeball, as you know. And I felt like, oh, okay, if I practice a little bit, I can be better than most of these people. But there were two specific people who moved and threw completely different, which was Dakota and Ray. And I'm like, who the heck are these guys? Every time I throw at Ray, he catches it. Dakota's ball broke because those balls stuck. Broke like 25 feet from right to left. And I'm like, all right, I can't do much to these guys. I think I played with Ashley at one point in Allen during like a free throw or open gym. Um, and their arms were crazy too. I'm like, oh, okay, so there's some competitive people. From there, Dakota was like, hey, you're not too bad. You want to play like some real dodgeball? And I'm like, real dodgeball? Like this isn't just dodgeball. He's like, nah, blah blah blah. Fast forward, we get to Nutmeg at an open gym. I think I had shorts on that day still. Um, whatever, we get lined
Most
up to
days he
go.
doesn't show up to the gym with shorts.
No, just bottomless. Um, um, I'm lined up with Dakota. He tells me to go and like stay in the middle. I was like, okay, cool. We were playing with no sting at the time, so I'm like, oh, these are gonna hurt, whatever. So I'm prepping for it or whatever. Uh, First throw off the rip. You can take a wild guess as to who throws it.
Jess.
I wish. It was Allen, straight to the face. Allen straight to the face. But what was cool about it was I made the catch. So uh, out of fear, I caught the ball, glasses went flying, and I'm like, holy crap, this is dodgeball. And this is how fast you can throw it. So whatever. And that's how I got into dodgeball was like that adrenaline of like, holy crap, this is painful and this is fun. Like, I don't know, I'm a weirdo. So sports that involve like contact and like you need to be a little more aggressive is something I enjoy.
And let's back up a little bit. So Spark is a other dodgeball league out here. They do other sports other than dodgeball, but we were playing 20v20, no ball blocking, shitty ass foam balls. Like pick up the ball, you're like, yo, I'm not, this is literally a frisbee. I'm not throwing this.
Yeah. Like if you threw your every single ball is going to be a riser, regardless of what you put on it. Every
Yep.
ball is a riser, and it's not just a little 2 or 3 like inches. No, like 4 or 5 feet flying up.
Yep. So we did that nutmeg team. I think our team had like 34 people on it. Played one season, and I'm like, that's it for me, boys. Thanks.
Yeah, no, could not go back if you begged me to. Even if you paid me, I wouldn't go back.
No, no. How long have you been playing dodgeball for?
Um, I think since that moment, it was that winter 23. I think it was winter 23. It was winter 23 when I started with Spark, and then that 2024, whenever that first season of the year was when I started playing Nutmeg.
You're on Nemesis.
Yeah, at the time it was Nemesis. Right, right, right.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I was with them and that was fun. I learned a lot. Dakota's great at like breaking things down, like your form, your blocking. He's a good, like he explains everything very well. He understands the game. Um, so yeah, it was a good first season of learning because I got shit on, but it was great.
Trying to remember who else was playing that season. I mean, obviously Dream and Grizzlies, but uh,
Dream Grizzlies. Was it tripping balls?
I think
Acid?
so. Yeah, I think it was Tripping Balls. I think that was the last season of Tripping Balls.
Yeah. I don't know what else. Sluggers? Was Mike still doing his sluggers thing at the time?
Oh, you know what? I think it was True Penny.
True Penny. Right, 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 right.
And then I think there might have been Gym Class Heroes.
I don't remember that
Okay,
too
maybe
much.
not.
I think I have it here.
There were a bunch of kickballers. It was like Stefan and Ted and
That
Kelly.
sounds about right. Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that was a fun season.
It was.
Do you remember your first tournament?
Yeah, I think this was in New Jersey. I don't remember when it was, but yeah, it was definitely a New Jersey one. Um, Flight was there, DMV Grizzlies, Decision was there. Um, I can't remember live. That was not my first one. It was Philly, and it was their Jersey Shore tournament.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
I know Dylan was there and Andrew was there. Obviously, he's from Philly, but those are the people I remember. Dylan, Andrew, I can't remember anyone else off the top of my head, but those were like the first two people that I remember seeing because Dakota was like, that guy right there is really good. This guy's right there is really good. But ultimately, he was like, Dylan's probably the best in the room. And Andrew was just a funny ass dude. So that's why he kind of sticks. Um, that tournament, I brought my family over with me and they saw me get curb stomped for 2 hours straight. So yeah, like we're not doing that anymore until I get good.
Jeez, man, I'm trying to remember. I think one of my first tournaments was actually at a Sky Zone in Wallingford, and my family also went, and I think we like lost in like the second round of the playoffs. And I was like talking it up to him, like, yeah, we're gonna do really well. Maybe we'll win. We'll definitely make the finals. No, no.
I remember, what's this guy's name? P. Remember P?
Oh yeah, yeah, P.
Walks in there. He's like, "Oh yeah, I used to play at my time." He gets in there, starts playing with us. He's like, "What?"
Yeah, yeah. The first ball gets thrown at him. I see his eyes light up. I'm like, oh, I think it's been a while since he's played.
I love that man. I wish we still had the clip of it 6v1.
I mean, yeah, I definitely have it recorded somewhere.
We had to play that once in a while. Junk was
Yeah,
hilarious.
I have. I think it was a. Man, I think that it wasn't just P on the court, but there was a game where P got the last kill, and we're all dancing, we're all booming in front of the phone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
All
bring that
right.
back.
What advice would you give yourself when you first start playing dodgeball?
Have more fun. Um, at the time when I first started, you want to be great and all because you hear the stories of like people going out to like Canada and having fun. Then you hear about worlds and like the world of dodgeball gets so much bigger once you start playing and competing um at the higher level and you want to be part of that. Well, at least I did. I want to be part of it. I'm still striving to become, part of that scene. And at the time it's like if I can't do well in these like local leagues, there's no way I can go on and move on to like the next level and be great at that. And for a long time, like I'd get frustrated. When you become frustrated, you can't really. It's all a mental game. Then you start performing bad. You make bad throws. You overthink. You drop stuff. So yeah, I think I would tell myself to just have more fun and enjoy it because when you enjoy it, it becomes a lot easier to think and move. Which is exactly what I think happened in Dallas. I was there and I was super excited. I was stoked. I wasn't nervous. I'm like, there's not. I don't have to prove anything here. I just need to soak up everything I can. And that's why I think I was able to play a lot more level-headed and make the right moves and stuff.
It's also good too when you have a good mentor like he on your team that's keeping everyone in check too.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I think having fun is, I think it's the most important part of dodgeball because I mean that's when you first start playing, and I mean that's really why you play to have fun. But I mean,
Right.
yeah, once you go to these bigger tournaments, obviously there's more and more shit on the line. You have more and more stuff to prove, or have a big X on your back. If you go to these bigger tournaments or out of the country tournaments. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you should be having fun. And if you're not, then you need to look in the mirror and think, is this something that I want to continue doing? Because if you're not having
100%.
fun, or you're not winning, then what the fuck are you doing?
Exactly. Like you're just spending money at that point.
Yeah, spending money, going outside of the state that you live in, spending a shitload of money for a weekend of dodgeball where you just didn't have fun and didn't win. So I think it's really important to always keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Um, what's your favorite team you've played on?
Oh, that's rough. I saw that question earlier and I was like, I'm not gonna be able to answer that even with prep time.
There's one right answer, Jeans.
So that Spark team was pretty cool. No, shout out Justin for Dog Fathers. He's a cool captain. For Spark. I will say I came back a season or two just for him. But I think I'm gonna have to probably gonna have to go with Impact. Sorry, Dakota.
Oh, that's your favorite team?
Favorite team that I've played on?
Yeah.
Probably.
Damn, bro,
Uh,
we're ass.
I know. But I mean, honestly, like Kamara's a second. It's close front runner or a second runner. I'm not too good with words right now. But I think the main difference is that like everyone on that team has experience with everything. If anything, I'm the newest guy there. So everyone's pretty independent and can work on things without having to watch or babysit each other. I feel as where Kamara, Dakota's such a kind person and such a good like teacher that he's constantly bringing the new people. So he has to worry about ball blocking, correcting their mistakes, like babysitting who were well, at the time I was one of the newer guys. So then at the time you only really had like Ray and Dakota carrying. At least that's what was my first experience for like Nemesis.
Hmm.
Then we got Audrey, we got Kyle for Kamara, and it became a little more fun. Um, but also it's hard to compare because we're also playing in semi-pro, so it's a lot more different. The experience is completely different than playing in your own league. So I think that's the major difference. Um, so I guess if I had to reiterate the question or reword the question, like in Nutmeg, I'm always going to stay Kamara. I don't find myself leaving. But if I'm traveling and stuff, it's probably going to have to be Impact. Marcus Precision was great. It was awesome. I just have a little more fun with Impact.
Okay.
I've also played with you guys like 3 or 4 times now. I've only played a Precision once. Feel me?
Yeah, I thought so. I thought you were gonna say our draft season, where it was like you, myself, Angel, Ashley, P.
Oh, it was fun. Um,
Not fun enough.
I don't know.
No, you're
I,
good. You're good. I'm just messing with you.
I,
Nah, I'm just messing with you. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for semi-pro Saturday.
yeah, definitely. We got to throw 2 balls at Mirror.
Dude, we're throwing all six. We're gonna get
I
six balls and we're throwing it. Leave it high,
Mayor, I hope you
boys.
watch this episode before the weekend because we're throwing all 6 at you.
Leave it high, boys. All right, next question. What is the biggest challenge you faced so far in dodgeball?
Um, I don't take stretching seriously. I do now, and I always found myself hurt. I think in the last 2 years, I've gotten injured like 7 times. So I guess taking care of my body is the biggest issue. Um, but if we're gonna talk about like skill wise, I want to say it's fully releasing the ball at the line when we're team throwing or when it's my turn to throw. I have a really bad habit of like half-assing it because I'm ready for someone to counter me instead of just trusting my corners to hold it down.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that, a lot of my throws are inaccurate.
I hear you. Two for one,
Yeah,
baby. That's what I always say. Trust yourself, and then your teammates are gonna hit that counter. So you make your hit, maybe you get hit, but your teammates got your back.
yeah. Shout out to Hashi, bro. This man pitches the ball back, just gives his back to us, and just walks off like right back to the line. I'm like, there's no way you're giving your back to me right now. As soon as I rip the ball, I get him out. I'm like, hey, I got Hashi out. Fucking shoulders, boom. And I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Never mind.
Yep, two for one, baby. And then he probably got called back in like 10 seconds later.
I don't remember. I was too amazed that he gave his teammates that much trust. And I'm like, holy crap, I could never.
Yeah, that's what a good captain does. All right, what's one aspect of your game you're currently working on?
So before I got hurt with my ankle/Achilles, I was definitely trying to like learn how to jump and not just jump up and down, but like jump laterally. Again, Ben and Marcus were like whispering, not whispering, maybe that sounds creepy. Like throwing that word like lateral, lateral, lateral. And I'm starting to get the base of it and the gist of it, but not enough. I see players who like jump off one foot, their other foot is like way back there and they're moving sideways somehow. That's what I'm trying to work on. I mean, catching is something everyone strives to be good at, but like I feel like that just comes with practice.
I think the jumping thing just comes with a lot of experience and then just a lot of repetitiveness, honestly.
Yeah.
I I'll still ask this question, but what was the path to your current team you play on? So let's talk about precision.
Um, we played against them. I know I mentioned earlier that Jersey was my first tournament, but I think Jersey was my second tournament, and then we faced them there in first round playoffs, I think it was. Um, and it was really back and forth. It was really close. Kamara did very well that weekend. I think the only team we really got dogged on or dogged from was DMV Grizzlies. everyone else, I think, or was it you guys? One or the other. I think we put up a fight against DMV. I think Flight destroyed us.
My
Um,
boys.
yeah, whatever. Uh, so Precision's there, and we're going back and forth. And I think Kyle Rudman, I kind of finally met him now. It's a 3v1. Kyle throws at me. I'm the only person without a ball. I make the catch. Um, I see him get mad or whatever. I'm smirking. Ray throws the ball down. I get yelled at because someone thought it was me. It's two Puerto Rican guys on the team. Uh, Fast forward to Phillies dodgeball, which was hosted amazingly. I love that tournament. It was fun. Rip McKenzie's Achilles. Uh, we play. I don't know what happened. Oh, we win. We finally win something. I was like, "Yay, great! We won something. That's great." It was my first win, and I feel this weird ass like jab into my spine, and I'm like, "Ow, that hurt." What was that? I turn around and it's Akil. I turn around and then I turn the other way, and now Marcus has standing over me. I'm like, "Yo, this is weird. What the hell's going
And now
on?"
you're in their van.
And now I'm in their van. So Akil kind of like hunches over. He goes, "What you doing next year?" Yo, I'm freaking out. I have no clue what's going on. I
I'm about
don't
to
know these
jump you.
people. Yeah, I'm like, what do you mean? Marcus goes, you know exactly what I mean. I'm like, I have no clue what you're talking about, guys. So whatever, he's like, I want to play for precision. We like the way you play. You have good movement, XYZ. So they throw that idea out, and I'm like, traveling for dodgeball? I mean, that sounds expensive. Like, I don't really know if I can do that, blah, blah, blah. So Marcus goes, well, if you want to play with a team, just come join precision. We'll take you in and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, cool. Um, so I see him one or two more times in like some other small tournaments out here, and he goes, "Hey, so you're gonna play with precision or not?" And I'm like, I don't know." So then Ben starts playing with them, and he goes, "Yo, like they want to play with you, they want you to join us, blah blah blah." So finally, I think it was like our second semi-pro. I told Ben like, "All right, you know what? I'll play with you guys out in Texas or whatever." And he goes, "All right, cool." So I start saving money or whatever, and that's how that goes. It was pretty cool. So yeah,
Love to hear it. Do you have any current goals?
movements. I just need to keep moving laterally more. I want to become a better player so that I can actually play at that world level. It would be cool to even make the USA practice squad, something like that. But you guys are all monsters, so it's going to be a tight race for like what, 8, 10 positions, spots. Um,
For what, the final roster?
yeah, how much is like 8 or 10 spots?
12.
12? Yeah, but there's like 50 names on that list. Uh,
It's
I
tough,
you
man.
read, you read it and you're like, holy crap, this is amazing. Like the amount of animals that exist for dodgeball. Um, but realistically, I know Team Puerto Rico has their thing going on. I'm not saying to go out there and curb stomp whoever's out there, but like just being able to like bring a team like that over to Worlds and do some sort of decent or have them make a tiny scratch or a mark in the dodgeball world would be something cool too. So one of the two, USA practice or just go Team Puerto Rico and have some fun out there for Worlds. That'd be
Okay.
awesome.
I
That'd be
like
a
to hear
cool.
it.
Yeah.
Can we expect to see you more at USA tournaments?
I mean, I want to say yeah. Life has thrown a few curveballs, but if things work out well, then yes, you will see more of, as commentary says, Carlos Pagan.
That was hilarious. And yo, you guys were the first streamer of the day too. And Mackenzie and I are in the chat. And we're like, that's Jeans. He's from Connecticut.
Yeah, I was watching the replay and I was like, who said there? Who's in their ear right now saying their jeans? I completely forgot that commentary was a thing, or
Yeah,
that
yeah.
chat was a thing. So when I was rewatching it, I was in the where was I? I think I was at home just chilling by myself, and I'm like, oh, the playbacks are on, so I'm watching it, and I hear all that, and I'm cackling, bro, laughing the whole time.
Yeah, for the 15-minute, series that you guys were playing, it was like myself, Mackenzie, and I think Frankie. We were all just in the comments, just literally sending the jeans emoji. That was it.
Hilarious. And then I had Stolfies, I had Ben's jersey on, so it didn't help at all. They're like, we don't even know who the guy is.
Yeah, right. Um, and last question: are you going to nationals?
I wish. Nah, unfortunately not. Maybe that's a next year thing, but as of this year, no.
Okay,
No.
love to. Hopefully, we'll see you at more USA rounds and nationals because nationals is a whole nother experience.
Yeah, I was told that's another crazy playing grounds.
I would say back of the day and more of like the elite days. So you'd play in your region, so north, south, east, west. You'd have 4 rounds in your area, and then you play nationals. So you wouldn't get to play teams from other regions until nationals, and you still wouldn't play every team. Um, and I would say now it's if it feels more like nationals back in the day where you do play teams like Flay isn't a New England team. We're all over the place. Like we have people who live in Florida, we have people who live in Texas, fucking Michigan, Minnesota, like Connecticut, New York, Boston. So we're all over the place. So we wouldn't. I don't even know what division we would have played in back in the day, but it's cool that we get to play other teams that we wouldn't have gotten to play back in the day, right? So we get to play Outsiders, who's in Texas. We get to play like Berserk and Fortune and Misfits from Seattle. Um, but yeah, back in the day, it's like, all right, we're playing Clutch Mode, we're playing Anarchy, we're playing Goat, we're playing Clutch Mode,
Damn.
Decision.
That's what's
So
up.
yeah,
I don't know if I like it that way better or not.
um,
It has its pros and cons.
I think that's a fair way to put it because I would say traveling wise, it's a lot tougher now and it's way more expensive and it's
Yeah,
tougher for people who have families. Because like
he's a dad, chat. He's a dad.
it's it's really tough. You have to really pick and choose your tournaments. But yeah, back in the day, I mean, hey, I'm going to Boston. Cool. I'll be home probably that same night unless it's a 2-day tournament.
Right.
Or yeah, or like, hey, we're playing in Philly. Okay, cool. Like I'll be home Sunday night.
Exactly.
But now it's a little rough. But I mean, I signed up for it,
Listen,
right? All right, let's move into questions from people. So thank you for everyone who sent them in. Let's start with our first question. Question from Audrey. How has being a middle queen helped your game?
all right, so Middle Queens is Audrey, me, and oh my God, I'm having a brain fart. I can see her face, but I can't think. She plays football.
Deja.
Deja. Deja, I'm so sorry. Please don't hit me later. So we're Middle Queens. In that season, I every season I would pick something to work on specifically, and Middle Queens would just be the two girls and I just focusing on catching. Like, yeah, dodging was great, but if you made a catch, like that was phenomenal because that's what we were working on at the time. Um, and it's definitely helped a lot because now you incorporate movement and even like doesn't matter where I'm moving, like my hands are gonna be near the ball unless you throw on this spot. I have a hitch, so I can't really like reach over there. Um, so yeah, it really did help everything I do now because all I try to do is go for catches, and that's what I get out all the time. But when I do make the catch, it's like, oh, Gene's caught it, or I'll catch two or three, like one or two in a row consecutively, and that feels phenomenal. I think I did that this weekend like 2 or 3 times in a round.
Biggest playing dodgeball you can make, baby.
Yes, sir.
All right, question from John Gatlin. When are you gonna join the dark side and get rec specs?
Never. I need to get more contacts.
Bro, I might get rec specs. I think I look pretty sick on them.
Like I said, I had him in high school. I didn't have rec specs in high school, but I had like the little goggles. That basketball player guy with the goggles. Come on, he's super, super famous.
LeBron James.
Aside from that guy, my God, center had the goggles at all times. But
Pablo
anyways,
Prigioni.
I don't know why I thought about bread when you said that.
No, I think you're thinking of Amari Stoudemire.
Thank you, that guy. I feel like I don't know how he did it. I feel like I look like him, not because of complexion or anything, but it just doesn't feel right on me.
Okay,
Nah.
okay.
And you see very fish-eyed. It sucks.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I feel bad. I don't think I'm the main reason why Ashley wears rec specs, but I did get her in the face area one time pretty bad, and I think I might have broken her glasses. I felt horrible when it happened, and I think pretty shortly after that she started wearing the rec specs.
I think companies should start making glasses for dodgeball specifically.
Like rec specs?
Yeah, just dodgeball, just straight for dodgeball. I don't care if baseball exists, football exists. No, just for dodgeball.
Just for dodgeball.
Talk to Baden about it, or Baden, however you pronounce your name.
All right, question from Heat. What are some personal goals you'd like to achieve now that you've joined the circuit?
Definitely I want to join one or two more or do one or two more tournaments next year. Hopefully they're closer. I don't have to fly all the way to Texas. There's that, and like I said before, play at the worlds, play at world level. If it's, obviously Team USA is way out of my reach right now, but like something with Team Puerto Rico would be awesome and just be able to experience how dodgeball is played throughout the world.
Yeah, that I mean that's gonna be a whole nother levels. It's something honestly that I'm not even really I don't even know how to say it, but it's just a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Question from Jackson: What is your favorite part of dodgeball?
Um, Honestly, I think it's the way my favorite part of dodgeball. I think it's the way I have just like personally for me, like the way I've grown. Um, from like getting curb stopped by every ball that gets thrown my way to like being able to see the ball come in slow motion, understanding plays, like your IQ goes up, like that growth in like the last 2 years. I think that's the best part because you can actually see like, all right, if I'm lined up in front of Ryan, it's going to be an easy out. Now, well, for me, I'm going to get out in a heartbeat. Now, when I line up against it, it's like, okay, I know some of his habits. He's going to wave at me and I'm still going to get out, but I know what he's going to do.
That's crazy, bro.
I know exactly what he's going to do. I know where he's going to throw it. I just
Oh
not
man,
to do
you talk
anything.
about last season.
Oh, yeah. He waved. Ball up, waved, and I'm like, I know exactly where it's going, and I'm still gonna get out. Straight to my toes. Straight to
John
my
was
toes.
John was by the sidelines and he's like, "Bro, did you just wave at him and then throw at him?" I'm like, "Yeah."
I sat there like, I'm never letting that happen again.
Oh man, it's all about having fun, baby.
Oh, 100%. Still
Also,
replays in my mind very vividly.
to be fair, I think it was like a 1-on-5 or something like that.
It was something along those lines. So
uh,
yeah, I think that's my favorite part, being able to line up after things like that and be like, okay, I know what to expect. I know what's coming. I know how to dodge people's throwing patterns. Like you start learning all that stuff and you become a better player. And seeing everyone else grow too, I think that's also my favorite part. I was talking about it with Mackenzie and Ben. Like I feel like Nutmeg has really stepped up in the last few like months and seasons and weeks, and it's just everyone's leveled up a lot and has taken the sport a lot more serious. So not only is it cool to like see them go and travel and do very well, but it's also helping everyone else who's trying to get good. Like, like iron sharp, what is it? Iron sharpens iron or whatever that term is. So it's kind of like that, and one person getting better or two or three people getting better is good, but like having a whole community get good as a whole makes a huge difference for everyone.
yeah, no, I totally agree. It's awesome seeing all you guys from Connecticut starting to come out to these tournaments, watching you guys getting better and better. And yeah, I mean, if I'm being completely honest, when Sean first started the season, like I'm borderline drunk playing dodgeball, like having a blast. No offense to you guys are new, you're still learning, but it was pretty
Oh
much
yeah,
target practice for me.
yeah.
And now we're 12 seasons deep, and it's like, all right, man, like there's not gonna be an easy week,
Yeah.
which is
Love
exactly
it.
what you want.
Exactly. It's fun, It's throwing balls and having fun is great and all, but like now even our open gyms are like I don't know what we had the last 4 or 5 open gyms, and I don't think we played trader ball or any of that stuff. Like
Nah,
it's been straight up like get on the line, we're gonna kick ass.
yeah. So Wednesday there wasn't a ton of us, but what we did was we did 1-on-4. Yeah, we did 1-on-4. So everyone's trying to get that person out that's by themselves because whoever got them out would go on that side. So everyone is fucking going at each other in a good way. And then
Yeah.
yeah, so then we ended up doing 2-on-3. So the side that had two had a throw line of only 25 feet, and the other side had 30 feet. So I'm trying to mix up things as much as possible. And then we did a whole hour of no ball blocking.
That's not
So
even practice. Those are drills. That's
it
fun.
honestly is, yeah.
No, yeah, it's great. I'm glad we're doing stuff like that. Like, it's the only way you're gonna get better.
Right. Yeah. I would also say my favorite part of dodgeball. I know this question was for you, but I would say, man, like we have fun on Wednesdays, and then you, myself, and everyone else, we go to the bar afterwards. We're there till 1 a.m., 2 a.m., drinking, talking about kickball and stuff, just having a good time.
Talking about kickball.
We all have to take Ubers home. Yeah, it's an awesome time.
I think I last 40 minutes and I leave. If that. And then I have people turning heads, you're leaving already? I'm like, yeah, I need to sleep.
Bro, I think I've gone to the after parties 4 times.
I don't think I've ever seen you.
I have a great excuse though. I am married and I am a dad, so
He's a dad.
I have a great excuse built in. And if anyone's kind of introverted or they don't like going out too much, just have a kid. It's a
Just have a
great.
kid. Literally.
It's awesome to be a parent, but you have a built-in excuse too.
Thanks.
All right,
We're
another
just getting
question from Jackson. Beatbox for the class.
no.
I mean, you don't have to.
I don't care. It's been a while. Let's see. Lips are dry, my throat's dry. I don't even know how good the quality of my headphones are. But let's see.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday.
There. Something simple.
That was fucking fire, bro.
Appreciate you.
That was fucking fire. All right, question from Alan. What was your welcome to dodgeball moment? It's funny you ask,
you were
Alan.
my welcome. Alan, you were my welcome to dodgeball moment, dude. From that moment on, I just like I like chirp at Alan, and I'm like, Alan, throw the ball. Alan, throw the ball. He won't throw it at me anymore. But I
To
think it's
be
because he doesn't want to mess up my glasses.
to be fair, you're not going to have a more intense welcome to dodgeball moment at Nutmeg. Like the tallest dude who throws the hardest hitting you in the face your first night is going to be your welcome to dodgeball moment.
It's not just the tallest. He's the tallest. He's probably the most ripped. His wingspan is as tall as he is. He's like what, 6'2", 6'3".
I think he's a
So
little taller than that, yeah. But yeah,
yeah,
he
like,
throws
and you
hard.
gotta remember, the dodgeball is half of a half court. So when he throws, half of his arm is reaching across the lane as it is, or the line. So he covers up like 20% of that space
Plus
you
the
have to
snow
dodge.
sting, plus it's 25 feet.
That doesn't hurt. I went home that night and I had like this all cut.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, that sucks.
Fun times.
Question from Bo. Who are some dodgeballers that you look up to or try and model your game after?
So I know Bo has a big head and I don't want to make it any bigger. No, I'm just kidding. But we went to Open Gym in Boston for the first time, and I hear a lot about Bo. I hear a lot about Flight. So I started seeing him play, and I see him just getting hit after hit after hit, and he's making it look easy. So at first, I'm just trying to just give him the ball, stay out the way. He grabs the ball, puts it in my chest. He's like, "Play dodgeball." I was like, "Yes, sir." Um, but seeing like that, like I'm gonna go to the line and I know I'm gonna get a hit. Like that mentality, I kind of plucked that off, some of that off of him. Like if I'm gonna go to the line, I'm gonna make sure I get a damn hit. So in that sense, I try to model that after him, although I do fuck up my throws. And then in the sense of like, I'm gonna survive as long as I can. I'm never gonna get touched. I feel like you and Nikki have that. Like you guys don't have the strongest arms on the planet. Someone also told me you only throw at 70 at all times to save your arm. Then you can throw a lot harder.
Yeah, so that's what a lot of people don't understand. I don't throw as
Yeah.
hard as I can. I save it if I need to do it, and I also take a lot of my speed off for my accuracy, which is the most important part of dodgeball, people. It doesn't matter how hard you throw the ball. If you miss, you miss. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, because I remember one time, I don't know what it was. I think I was watching you play on a stream and the ball flew out of your hand. And I sat there like, Ryan throws harder than what he usually throws. And I'm like, holy crap, that's insane. So to me, it was a big thing because I've been playing with you for like 2 years and I recently just found out you can throw way harder than that. But anywho, aside from that, you and Nikki have great survivability rates. Like it's hard to hit you. And it's not like you're doing anything fancy, you're just very disciplined. You're not making yourself an easy target. And I kind of want to model my game after that. Like, it'd be great to be in Akil and just run up to the line like full charge and block everything you see. But unfortunately, I can't jump 40 inches off the ground. Um, I don't know if you and Nikki can, but I don't see you guys doing that, and you guys are still surviving just as easily using way less stamina, and I think that's the beauty of it. So there's that's throwing, there's the dodging, and then or just survivability, and then he's already a great player, but you see players like Shota who dodge things that probably shouldn't be dodgeable, and just have that hang time. but with purpose. You know, it's not to create an opening. It's like he's just legitimately just, oh, I'm just gonna jump here, make it look easy, and get the throw after. So people like that are some of, I guess, things I pick from and try to use. I've sat down and had like a 5 or 10 minute conversation with Nikki the first time I met him. And I'm like, hey, bro, I see you stand or you crouch this way when it's like a 1v3. Why do you do this? And then like he kind of sat down and he explains the game very well. Um, I try to do some of that stuff, but you know, he's been doing it for years, so he's got it pretty mastered. And then when I saw Mike McGee play for the first time, I don't think I've seen anyone ball block better than he can. Like it was insane to me. I played like one round where I lined up against him. And I mean, like he's looking straight to the left, and I'm throwing the ball at him. He just by the corner of his eye, he just blocks it, doesn't turn his head around. I know Dakota threw his nasty ass curveball, and I thought I was gonna drop on his back. And he's standing straight up, and this man crouches, does some weird thing. He smiles after, like he was like in awe, like holy crap, Dakota, you threw that. He goes, I have one too, and throws a mean ass curveball to Dakota's chest. I'm watching this exchange and I'm like, that's amazing. The confidence and this, he plays with so much freedom and so much fun, bro. Like, I want to
Yeah.
be able to get to that. Like, even when he gets out, he's still smiling. Found it odd and scary, but you know, those are just some of the names that I can think of off the top of my head. Um, yeah. And then last but not least, Ray has crazy tenacity. It could be like 6-1, and he's sitting there and he'll be like, I'm gonna win this 5v1 and we're gonna come back no matter what. Like Ray has that beautiful tenacity. I don't think we're gonna play with him anymore. He says he's done. Hopefully that's a lie. Um, so yeah, those are just some of the names I can come up with.
Like to hear it. All right, question from Max. When are you coming out with your sports jong clothing line?
I don't know about Johns, bro. I, I, yeah, I don't know how to answer that, brother.
Shit would do numbers.
It would though. It would at least a nutmeg.
Coming to a local Victoria's Secret.
Johns. We'll have Nate model.
Oh, Nate's gonna model?
Oh, for sure. Amanda got the approval. I'm sure he approved of it. So,
Okay, all right.
so
Sounds like it may be in the works already. All right, question from Mackenzie. What's your favorite dodgeball memory so far?
um, that's a hard question. Um, favorite dodgeball memory. I think it would have to be. I think my most clutch moment was Impact versus a Spids, that 3v1. I know I had my knee was pretty messed up at the time. It was Bo, one of their girls, and Pat, I think his name is.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a
Lefty?
3v1. What was that?
Lefty?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, yep.
My knee hurts. I have a headache. It's a 3v1. And I kind of line up on your side and I'm looking at you and I'm like, who should I throw at first? And you just look at me with the straightest face and you're like, Bo. And I'm like, he's gonna block that shit. But I didn't even hesitate. As soon as you say that, he whispers to the left, I rip it, and it like skids his knee. And I'm like, holy crap, I have a chance at this 3v1. The ball rolls back, you feed me. One of the girl goes to pick up the ball. I fling two at her, completely miss because now I'm frazzled. I'm like, wow, I got bull outs. I got to finish this. Miss both of my throws miserably. She steps out of bounds. I'm like, crap, I have one more ball. And then it was like a 3 minute back and forth match between me and Pat. And yeah, I think that was my most memorable outside of catching John Carlos.
And
At that point, like,
this was the first tournament. This was, I think, semis. It was playoffs. I remember that.
yeah, it was playoffs in semi. I think it was the second tournament.
I think it was the first because the first one we did well. The second one we lost, and then yeah, the other ones haven't been good since.
Got it, got it.
But
So,
that's
yeah.
okay. But
Yeah,
that's your favorite memory, Jeans. We're gonna get you more favorite memories.
yes, sir.
You got at least 3 more tournaments with me.
Facts. We got this, bro. We got this.
Yep. Another question from Mackenzie. Rank the ball types. She wrote 1 to 10, and then love you with like 6 U's.
Love you too, homie. I don't think there's 10 ball types in dodgeball. But for shits and giggles, if I had to rank anything getting thrown at me, we're gonna go with spark foam, uh, I don't mind getting hit with that. Now, if I'm throwing it, that's the last thing I'm throwing. Let's see what else could be thrown at me that I'll take. Bat and foam, that's cool. Then we'll do cloth, no sting, and then any other ball out there. I don't mind getting smacked by a basketball. Bro, funny story. When I first started, I didn't learn how to play basketball until I was like 18. So it was a really late bloomer. But when I was younger, I did, like little before and after school programs, and I tried to learn how to lay up. First time I did a layup, I threw the ball under the rim, came and smacked me and broke my glasses.
And that's why you play dodgeball now.
And that's why I play dodgeball now. Everything still happens. Nothing changes. I'm like, oh, I've been through this before. Nothing new.
But you mentioned playing with the bat and balls. So you played Dallas, and then we have them at semi-pro now. What do you think of the new bat and balls?
My slider is non-existent, which is a good thing. I don't have to worry about it popping up and getting caught every other moment. Um, they're cool, they're more dense. I feel like they're easier to catch. Um, Even though they're more dense, I feel like you can throw it with a little more zip to it. I don't know if it's because of the sound it makes when it hits or if it's actually flying harder. I like them. They break less, at least for me. I don't have the strength to throw it the way other people do, but I enjoy it.
Yeah, I like those balls a lot better. I do still like the Joy Light balls, obviously. On Wednesday, we had one bat and ball, and then we had a bunch of Joy Light balls. So whenever that bat and ball was on the court, and it was a 1v4, I'm like looking for that ball. Because like these balls, like, yeah, you can whip them, especially if they don't have holes in it. But
Yeah,
when they have a hole in it, it's tough.
it's over. And I think the bat and balls are a lot easier to block. I don't think I've ball blocked and it's like skidded the ball and then skinned my arm yet.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. Last question from Mackenzie. What was your favorite non-dodgeball memory in Dallas?
So Dallas, I was accompanied by Mackenzie and Ben. Super fun. I think we spent 3 or 4 days looking for an armadillo, and we came to the conclusion that they just don't exist.
Non-existent?
They don't exist, bro. We went to the zoo after Ben and I. Mackenzie left on her flight earlier. Ben and I stood for like 6 more hours. I'm like, what are we gonna do? I'm like, let's go to the zoo and find an armadillo. We go to the zoo, no armadillos.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think that's my
Armadillos are
favorite
fake?
memory. They're fake, bro. They're like dinosaurs. They don't exist.
Just like baby birds, dude.
Bro, have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
No.
All right, fake. They're not real.
The government is planting birds out there.
And armadillos. Birds and dillos, my guy.
All right, that's the last question we got from the people. You sent me 2 questions beforehand. Do you remember the questions?
I'm currently on my phone and I have the memory of an armadillo. But more or less, basically, do you think dodgeball is heading into correct or in the right way for exposure in like the global and the US at the global and US level? Like, do you think like people look at dodgeball and it's like, oh yeah, like this is a sport? Because when I've had conversations with other people, it's like, oh, you play dodgeball, like cool. You mean like the movie? And then like that's the end of that conversation usually.
Yeah, I do think it's moving in the right direction. I think having more rec leagues pop up is going to be key to where I feel like it's kind of like kickball, right? Like everyone knows what kickball is. I feel like every state has Waka and everyone's accustomed to playing kickball. So when someone's like, "Oh, I play kickball," it's like, "Okay, oh, okay, cool." You're not really surprised. But I think with dodgeball, I think it's a little surprising. So I think the more and more rec dodgeball leagues that pop up throughout different states, it's going to be awesome to see. I know that a lot of people are starting to record, like a lot more people are starting to record. More and more dodgeball content is coming out. So like you have the Rushdown podcast. That's been doing it for years now. Hashtag ad. I am having Kim on Tuesday night, so I'm gonna make a post for that. But yeah, I mean, Kim's been doing it for a long time, and I feel like not many people have been until my dumbass bought a mic and paid for Zoom. So yeah, I mean, I think the more and more dodgeball content creators that are putting content out there it could be nothing but good things, or it should be nothing but good positive things. You have other guys like Elijah Hashimoto. He's been doing content with Logan, so that's cool. They've been doing their breakdowns. Dodgeball.live, they're also doing breakdowns now, which is cool.
Yeah.
It is funny, and I did say this like a week and a half ago, but Nikki and I, we still are going to do a breakdown of a series, but the breakdown that Dodgeball Live did was the exact series that we were going to do. So we got to pick a different one now. And then, yeah, so Philly Dodgeball, they actually did one too last week. So I think that it's awesome that there's more and more people putting content out there. Between that, I think rec leagues, and then everything that Mitch has been doing at dodgeball.live. So he's been going to all these tournaments, he's been streaming, the commentators while doing it. And yeah, I'm excited for what he has planned in the future because I think that it can only go up from here.
No, seriously, you can't go downhill from here. There's no way.
And then yeah, I also think that also having these cool tournaments like the thing where it's like a invitational, six, was it six? Yeah, six US and then I believe six um Canada. And then I know that they're talking about maybe having like Mexico and Australia, so that'd be cool. But
Oh,
having tournaments
nice.
like that, having like the BDL throwdown that's starting to get really popular, Beast Coast. So having these cool tournaments pop up, they're not just a random tournament. I think that's only going to give the sport more and more spotlight.
Yeah, that's what's up. Forgot about the thing. So that how does that work? Is it like just the best six from us and the best six from internationally go and compete?
So it's the top ranked six. So I believe if you finish top, I might be stupid. Maybe it's a top eight, but I know it's based off of nationals. So you have to place well at nationals, and then Lou and the rest of that board will figure out who they want to invite. And then I know they'll have sleepers just in case a certain team can't make it. They'll invite others. But yeah, it's an invite only tournament. It's one of the most difficult tournaments, honestly, in the world, in my opinion. I
Nice.
haven't gotten the chance to play in it yet. I would love to. I'm hoping that Flight can have a good showing at nationals. Um, but yeah, I yeah.
So
And then also, lastly, I think that USA Dodgeball is trying a lot of different things. So for like Seattle, it was double elimination. It was 20 minutes for round robin, so you're getting more playing time throughout the day. And then that second day was nothing but playoffs, where most of the time it's okay, it's open foam for guys and girls, and then you play mixed, and then the next day it's like a different ball type.
nice. Okay.
So
That's what's up.
yeah. So I really like, actually, I had that backwards, but I really like how they're kind of switching things up. I know a lot of people have been talking about wanting to do one ball type per weekend, which I kind of like. So it'd be like foam only one weekend, cloth only one weekend, no sting only one weekend, rather than mixing all these different ball types in.
I I wouldn't mind that. I do think that having one ball type, at least in the day, would be nice too. Like having like all foam one day and then having cloth one day. But I think it was because something about like open women's and I forgot what the reason was for having cloth and all the open stuff in one day and then having mixed the other. I forgot what the reasoning was, but I think it would be cool to just have foam all one day and then cloth another. Or
Hmm.
no sting, which I absolutely hate.
One ball type per weekend wouldn't be bad. The only thing that would suck is like players like me who like I refuse to play cloth. So
Right.
they're just going to be one weekend or 2 weekends a year that I'm like, yeah, I'm just not playing in this. It's not for me. I want to play in it. I want to be there for my team, but it's just not something that I want to do.
Yeah, I can have you breaking any more fingers.
Hell no, bro.
Nah.
Hell no. The only
Relying the
the only
cloth.
two good fingers I got right now on my right hand is my middle finger and my ring finger.
Anywho, we'll leave that at that.
From dodgeball, from dodgeball.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, man, that's it. Do we have any closing thoughts or shout outs?
Like I said before, shout out Marcus for being a great cap. Shout out Dakota from plucking me from the abyss of Spark. Um, Shout out Mackenzie for always like telling me what I'm doing wrong. She's always like watching me. She's like, "Hey, stop doing this. Hey, stop doing that. Better up so you can play too." Shout out Ben for pushing me to go play out in Texas and with precision. Shout out Ryan for picking me up for Impact. It's been cool. That's a dope tournament they got going on over there. Hopefully we'll snag one or two before the end of October. Um, Shout out Jenna for inviting me to Spark, although I hate Spark.
She's
Um,
never gonna see this.
Gonna tag her in this later when it gets posted. Be like, here, watch this and watch the very end.
We're gonna go
Um,
from like 7 views to 8 views.
Back. Nah, not seven. It's got to be more than that. We'll make it like 150, at least 300, at least 300 per
At
episode.
least 300.
At least. How many
This ain't
views
the
do you
rush
get
on,
per
bro.
episode? How many views do you get per video?
Yeah, they've been getting over 100 pretty consistently lately.
Oh, so 300 is right around the corner.
We'll see, man. I mean,
Right
that'd
around
be
the corner.
awesome.
But yeah, darn it, I had one more question. Should have wrote it down. This was me all Texas. I think I lost my wallet 7 times. Oh, speaking of Texas, so I took off my glasses to put on my contacts, right? And I hear whoever's running the announcing thing like, "Hey, we're gonna start in less than 2 minutes, 9 a.m. sharp." This was on Sunday. I'm like, "Crap!" And put on my contacts and leave. So I put on my contacts, I leave, whatever. We're not even playing the first round. We're reffing or whatever. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not reffing. We grab some breakfast. Uh, Tournament ends. We get to the hotel. I look at Ben like, "Hey, I gotta drive back to the venue. I left my glasses." So I go and drive back. Glasses are nowhere to be found. No one's ever seen silver glasses. Kyle Redmond says, I saw them in the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom, still nowhere to be seen. I ask the people, nope, we've never seen such a thing. Oh, okay. Then posts on Facebook. Someone goes, I seen them in the bathroom. Whatever. So long story short, the guy calls the place and they say after every event we throw everything out.
That's
Um,
crazy.
are you serious? You throw everything. You're telling me you don't hold on. There's a $20 bill there. You throw that out. You're not saving that. There's a phone. You're gonna throw out a phone. You're
Bro,
not saving.
they should have a box that they keep for like a week.
So
That's
that's what I.
crazy.
So I had to go out there and spend an extra. Lord knows how much this was. This is an ungodly amount, so I can actually see it for the last 4 days of my trip.
Damn,
So
that's
guys, if we play them again,
crazy.
do not leave glasses. They throw them out apparently. But there is a nice black pair up there that someone brought up.
That's wild.
Yeah. So not bashing them up there, but that was wild. I was like, dog, this is insane. What do you mean you throw everything
They
out
just
there?
throw it out.
Yeah. And I looked in the
Damn.
garbages. They were already like taken out and all that. And I was like, whatever.
Damn. Well, at least you know now to not forget your glasses in the bathroom.
Yeah. Thought it was a safe spot. Guess not.
Nah, I saw it on Facebook that Ben posted that. And I'm like, hmm. Wonder who that is.
Mackenzie. Nah, but yeah, dude, I was forgetting everything everywhere. Like it was bad.
It's a
Ben's
lot
looking
going
at
on
me
at
like,
once, honestly. Especially for
yeah.
someone who's never been to a USA round. I'm sure that it had to be a lot going on at once.
Oh, I'm just a forgetful person. I don't forget my head because it's attached to my neck. It's like, hey guys, don't give up five. There goes Gene throwing the fifth ball or the fourth ball, or whatever the case is.
Yeah, I mean, it's your first USA tournament, so but it sounds like you had a
It
good
was
time.
fun. No, it was definitely great. Um, but yeah, I don't think I could think of anything else at the moment. Um, Thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure, bro. I appreciate you and your time and everything you're doing for dodgeball. Um, you're fun to have in Nutmeg. You're a great role model. Um, at least for dodgeball. He's a dad guy. So yeah, shout out Sean and Garrett for no, I'm confusing. It's Greg, Garrett, and Sean for doing everything they do also for us. Those guys are amazing. So everything you guys do is very, very appreciated. Just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing
Pre-
great, brother.
Appreciate it. And also, so I don't know what Sean is going to end up doing, but I did post a poll on Instagram last night about the upcoming Nutmeg tournament in November. So I don't think there's a date set yet, but from the poll, it does seem like it's going to be a draft. Again, I'm not hosting this, but it does seem like it's going to be a draft.
I like it. I love playing draft. You get to play with new people, new teams, new chemistries. Like, it can't just be flight stomping out there.
I do think that it would be in everyone's best interest that it's a draft. And then I also do feel bad because I believe we only had three or four women's teams last tournament. So I do think that there would be more this upcoming year, but I think making a draft tournament that's mixed would be awesome.
Yeah, because then everyone gets a shot at, well, the same thing, you know.
Mm-hmm. Then you get
Fair
3
chance
full
all around.
courts, and everything's yeah. I think it'd be
Ooh, I
much
wonder
easier.
what captains are going to be.
Mm, yeah. No, I can't
We
wait.
shall see.
Yeah,
It'd be
exactly.
great.
But yeah, shout out Flight, obviously. Shout out Impact. We're gonna kick everyone's ass this weekend. We're gonna go into it with good attitude, positive vibes. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yep. Beat Shake and Flake on 3.
Shake weights. Wait,
Shake weights. I call them
shake,
Shake and Flake.
shake, shack. I don't know what it is.
I don't know either. Just 6 on Mare. That's all that matters.
6 on there. But that's it,
All
Jeans.
right.
Thank you for hopping on, and I hope that you find your way home out of this van.
Eventually, once Marcus and Nikhil decide to let me out.
They're driving you down to nationals as we speak.
Damn, that'd be great. It's a free drive. What?
Road trip, dude. You don't have to pitch in for gas or tolls.
No, I just got to sit here and talk on the phone with Ryan.
True, but they probably don't let you out at the Wawa, so that's probably the only downfall.
Yeah, they have a Hispanic guy in the back of a van. I don't know how well that's going to go for me.
As a family, we're going down to South Carolina in September, and I'm pumped, obviously, because it's a family vacation. Bro, I am more pumped to stop at a Wawa in almost every state on the way south.
What day are you going? I might be doing the same thing because my brother graduates from his boot camp or whatever it is.
It is September 27th weekend, and we are going to, I think it's Myrtle Beach.
That's the weekend right before me or right after me. Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be a good time. I'm gonna stop at so many Wawas. I'm gonna post on Instagram at every single Wawa I go to. Maybe I run into Andrew Kim, but I might have more fun at the Wawas.
Dude, you have to at this point, you're obsessed. So I say you need to get a sponsorship for Wawas.
So I actually have a lot of Wawa shit in my house thanks to Andrew. So I have like a Wawa fanny pack. I have 2 Wawa polos. I have a Wawa hat. He's a big 76ers fan. So 2 years ago when the Knicks played the 76ers, I went to the playoff game and there was a bunch of towels laying around. So I'm not a 76ers fan, but I know Andrew is. So I grabbed some 76ers towels for my Philly friends and I gave him the 76ers towel and he gave me a Wawa fanny pack with a hoodie, or not hoodie, a polo and a hat inside. And it was fucking sick, bro.
Such a fair trade.
Bro, no, absolutely. He got fucking fleeced. He got fleeced. But
I wouldn't be surprised if those towels went for like $55.
yeah, it was like one of those like little blue playoff towels everyone's like fucking, spinning. But yeah, no, it's sick. So it's a really nice polo. And I want to wear it at every nice occasion that I actually have to dress up. But my wife is like, absolutely not. You're not wearing that.
Dude, we need to get you a sponsorship from Wawa.
Wawa and Twisted Tea. If you're listening to this, please.
We need to upload this clip to your Instagram, and we're just gonna tag Wawa and Twisted Tea over and over. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen.
Oh, I love it.
All right, bro.
Bye, man. Thank you for hopping on.
Yes, sir.
Peace.